This is Duke-Al. Take on the world.
Can I have your attention, please?
I'm the deaf and all the heathens I'm surrounded by. They don't believe in me, they're trying to get me crucified. Call the reverend, gonna need him for an alibi. There's a heaven, so no reason to be scared of dying. I see all your heads turn, you jealous fake. Rather see a man struggle than a man be great. You envious, string catches in your envious ways. I break the new and scale, faith holds the heaviest weight. I know you don't understand, so you go against. Come together, relish hate, and man is friend when he's afraid. I turn the other cheek. My calling's more important than to listen to the weak. Blinded by the many, they're awake but they're asleep. Hear me speak, I'm walking on the tears that they weep. My future success is why you hate me. I see you're impressed but you still bet against me. I rise higher than the skies, I guess that's why I look down on you, cause you underestimate me. I planted the seed so I could see growth. You only follow me when I succeed though. You wanna bite from the apple my tree grows. I can tell Adam from Eve, Apple ID knows. You're a snake with a sour taste. I devour hate with my faith, I'm powered by the great. I ain't got nothing to lose, maybe something to prove. Nearly suffered the noose, but I refuse to be fooled. Had enough of abuse, I take control of my mind. I'm tougher than you, every day is a struggle. Fighting bare knuckle, so they bleed and they bruise. No pickaxe, no shovel, I was given no tools. I'm scraping through the rubble just to get to the views, cause I had to take the rough with the smooth. You can't take away my spirit, not even in the death of me. I will live to be my vision, better me. I tried so hard for peace, but you haters wanna start with me. You'd rather pick the bone with the thug than harmony. Take on the world. Take on the world. Take on the world. Nobody can hold you. Take on the world. Take on the world. Take on the world. I only feel you.
Wicked. That was Duke-Al and Take on the World. Man, I love that track. I love your lyrics.
Thank you.
I saw you live at TEDx. Was the first time I seen you doing your spoken word. And it was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. What do you think, Freyja, of that track?
Yeah, it's got power to it.
A lot of power, yeah. I love the strings. We were just chatting about your producer.
Yeah, Mac. Mac's awesome. Extremely talented producer. We work really well together. He's worked with a few cool artists from London, but he doesn't know this, and if he's listening, it's funny. But he's like a mentor to me as well. He's a really good guy.
That's what you need, though, isn't it? You know, you need
Straight
that.
up.
You need that kind of, you know, and also you need to get along. You need to get on really well. You need to gel, like you say, gel together. But also, if you've got someone who you are learning from, you know, that's amazing as well, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey, and now I think we're finally going to be releasing some really powerful stuff. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So tell me where you are. Like that dropped not that long ago, because I played it on the show before.
Yeah, that dropped I think about a month and a bit ago.
Yeah.
So that was just the first single that I was dropping, just to show that, you know, I'm just still doing music, because I dropped an EP 2 years ago, just outside of lockdown.
Yeah.
And you know, I was very proud of it, but you know, I'm sort of progressing. I wanted this next EP to be a lot more professional. So that was 2 years ago. So that was the first single, just to be like, you know, I'm making music.
Yeah.
Got my second single coming out Friday, which is called Bully, which is all
this
about
Friday.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, so we're going to play it. So it's the next one I've got lined up to play, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Bully. Yeah. Bully's basically about my OCD. I have obsessive compulsive disorder. A heavily stigmatized and misunderstood mental health condition. But,
yeah. I love the way you talk about it, I have to say. I think you're breaking down those barriers by talking about it openly.
I hope so.
No, honestly, I think it's what we all need to do.
That's it. Trying to diminish the stigma.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But Bully, I've written in the voice of OCD. So OCD is the bully.
Oh, I see.
So when you listen to it, he's talking to me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's really
and
creative.
OCD is very OCD is very individual, but the similarities in terms of compulsions, like you perform compulsions because you feel responsibility to prevent an intrusive thought from happening, because it makes you feel like we all have intrusive thoughts, right?
Yeah.
But with OCD, when we have that intrusive thought, it's a massive responsibility on our shoulders. We feel like, oh, why on earth did I think that? I don't want it to happen. And we feel like we have to prevent it from happening, which is completely irrational.
Yeah.
And we know that. However, with the uncertainty of, but what if I just do this compulsion to make sure it doesn't happen? Then you get trapped in a cycle of compulsions, trapped in uncertainty because did I do them well enough? Did I do them
That must be
a
so
certain number of
hard.
times and stuff like that? So, it's a debilitating mental health condition. I'm trying to raise awareness for it because it's very, very misunderstood and people think it is something. Well, it's not. So
I really admire
what
you.
bullies
Take
are
my hat
about,
off to you for doing that.
Thank
And
you.
just talking about it because it's really interesting to have that insight. Should we hear the bully then?
Yeah, let's hear bully. Let's hear it.
So this is going to be out on Friday. So it's going to be everywhere on Friday. You dropping it, or are you dropping it on Bandcamp, or where you putting it?
Dropping it everywhere, all streaming platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and all that jazz.
Oh, fabulous!
With a lyric video as well.
Oh, wicked! Yeah.
I'll be dropping that on Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so this is Duke-Al, and this is going to be out on Friday. A brand new single called Bully.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've had my eye on you since you were a week or two. Peekaboo, oh, I knew when others took a Pikachu. Had to get the Picana, electrocute Pikachu. It took you like a week to move. What's wrong? I gave you a poke, come on. I thought you'd evolve, you're a joke, come on. It's all in your head, let the stroke come on. So I can throw a ball of ash in the road you're gone. But you stood back up, but what's that smart of you? Thought you could fight back, listening to Marshall Bruce, writing your own raps, pouring out your heart into the little page. So I introduced you to the booze and wait. You thought you could fight me with that too, but if you hurt me, it means it hurts you. Go ahead, throw your sad self in front of the taxi. I'm the only one who's ever heard you. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in ya. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in ya. The only free you will ever be isn't freak. When you sleep, you'll be dreaming of me, you creep. I feed on your fatigue, I'm strong. When you're weak, it's so dull in your skull. I'm the color thief. Forget sticks and stones, breaking bones. I'll contaminate you, disintegrate your name, Duke. I'm the king, take my throne. Let my robes wrap cold around your throat as I make my home. Debilitate your ability to communicate. You my slave, step away, go and pray 20 times just in case a family member dies, gets decapitated. I got you captivated, captured by your lack of hatred. Your tears are encapsulated into the mask of a taskmaster. I'm the greatest and I'm dangerous, make you stab your leg, aimless with your insulin pen. I'm a sadist, let me say this. I love to see you squirm, see you suffer and hurt. I love to feel you burn as you question your worth. You wanna be a rapper, let me give you my word. I'm the character, I'm the verb. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in ya. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in ya. Responsibility is crushing your shoulders, breathing that uncertainty. Anxiety, you're clutching composure. You don't deserve me. You're a tragedy when you're sober. Worthless as you worthlessly try to break free with exposure. No better therapy than when you worship me. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in ya. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in ya. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in ya. I'm a bully, 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 I'm a bully. I'm living in ya, living in ya, living in ya, living in your head.
Awesome. That was absolutely awesome. I really love it. I really love how you're like incorporating. You're like making. This is what one of the great things I think artists do. So you're like taking stuff that's happened that might have been a negative, and you're taking it and you're making it into your positive. You know.
That's it. Just trying to raise awareness of a mental health condition, but also, also trying to use my creativity in an impactful way. I think that's important.
Yeah.
And I think in life we all have challenges and we all go through tests.
Definitely.
Mine definitely has been OCD. I live with type 1 diabetes as well, diagnosed at 23. So started writing about that as well. And with these challenges, I also believe we're given choices. We still have free will on how to combat them. And what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm in a way I'm glad I've got OCD and type 1 diabetes, because having to suffer to a certain point has made me a stronger person, it's character building. But I've created some really cool things and met so many amazing people, and hopefully I've been inspired by them. Hopefully I've inspired them. Do you know what I'm saying? So
well, that is inspiring. Do you like?
Yeah.
What do you think, Freyja?
I think it's brilliant. I think I'm always talking about how, I mean, it's so unfortunate to have to go through these things that you can't control, but being able to channel it into something that can help other people or can help yourself in whatever capacity, I think is really, really important. And we just got to keep doing that.
Yeah. And like you said, like, I think that I've always used music like that as well. So it's like I've always kind of been like trying to pour my heart and soul into it, or just, it kind of helps you. I guess it's like journaling, isn't it? You know, all the therapists are like, journal. Songwriting is kind of like that. But we were saying, like, in the break, like, creativity, how important it is, and everybody's creative, and to have an outlet for anything that you're going through is just so important. I think it's part of being human as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, art is part of the human experience.
Yeah.
It has been since the dawn of time. And it's what devastates me is that some people don't, like, who are in control of what people are learning as they're growing up, is that they're diminishing the arts and music and all these different creative
Well,
things.
we're here to fight back against that, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are. Because it's not happening in the UK, because UK is famous for art and music, film, and these industries. You know, we always produce amazing, incredible artists, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's so important for child's development as well. Like, they can't do necessarily academic things without needing art and exploring that part of your brain. And
you have to be creative. I think one of Einstein's quotes is something like about the imagination, that knowledge is basically nothing without the imagination, or something like that.
Yeah, it's one of our strengths as human beings, isn't it? To, like, because you can imagine anything and be anything. So
we've all got an imagination, and I think there's beauty in our experiences and our struggles. In terms of we're all storytellers. We've all got a story to tell, and that's how we connect, and that builds community and that builds support if we share our experiences, and that's powerful.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're on Unity in the Community.
That's it.
So that is out on Friday, and also your video is going to be out as well, so everyone can read the lyrics.
Yeah, so everybody can read the lyrics. Yeah. Got a lyric video done by an awesome poet actually from London. He's called the Metaphorist. So he's sorted me out with the lyric video, and I'll be dropping that on Instagram and YouTube.
Wicked. And if there's any other budding artists out there who want to come on Unity in the Community and talk about their creativity, please get in touch with Unity in our community. We're on all the social medias. We got another track now. Have we got time to play it? Yes, we have. This is okay to play Daydream now?
Let's do Daydream.
Daydreaming. Do you want to say a little bit of what it's about? Or
So Daydream is actually the title of my EP, which I'm dropping in October. And Daydream is the second single I will eventually be dropping. So this is never heard, not been heard yet. So
it's okay to play it then?
Let's play it.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
An exclusive for Unity in our community and Radio Cardiff. Wow, wicked. Let's check it out. Daydream by Duke-Al.
Ladies and gentlemen.
integrated. Bubbles that pop, instantaneous. Purple clouds are simulated. Wormholes to another world created. To escape this, take me back to a place where hatred wasn't so complicated. A simple planet that's not so basic. Confrontation, conversation. Sick of being passive, it's an old persuasion. An invitation for Homo sapiens to take advantage. A home invasion, my home's an alien. Rather be a fish in an ocean stranded. Cause when I flip, I tip the scale now. Shaking it, scale now. Shaking it. I'd rather be a fish in an ocean stranded. Cause when I flip, I tip the scales. A twist in the story that they wish was granted. Keep pushing, I get a twitch in my mind. Say goodbye to my paradise. It's better than the faker you. Living in my own world. It's better my mistakes are few. Living in my own world. It's better than the taste of fumes. Better than the hate consumed. It's better than the one that I wake up to. Living in my own world. It's better than the faker you. Living in my own world. It's better my mistakes are few. Living in my own world. It's better than the taste of fumes. Better than the hate consumed. It's better than the one that I wake up to. Dark green, bark gleams. I'm surrounded by poetries that won't leave. That spark these rhyme schemes. I embark on a genie in my dreams. Daydream in the forestry of my psychology. I ink bleed. Spirit binds with the mind in my physiology. Ink squeezed from the body of an idea. Now my body's the hollow me. As I embody the stronger me. Nothing can bother me in place that needs no apology. So please don't follow me if you're gonna get caught up, tortured by viral monotony. Why do you think they call them influencers? I escape where I never die. Don't make me leave my paradise. Living in my own world. It's better than the faker you. Living in my own world. It's better my mistakes are few. Living in my own world. It's better than the taste of fumes. Better than the hate consumed. It's better than the one that I wake up to. Living in my own world. It's better than the faker you. Living in my own world. It's better my mistakes are few. Living in my own world. It's better than the taste of fumes. Better than the hate consumed. It's better than the one that I wake up to. Daydream, 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 they say I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer. It's my reality I'm living in. Daydream, 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 they say I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer. It's my reality I'm living in. Living in my own world. It's better than the faker you. Living in my own world. It's better my mistakes are few. Living in my own world. It's better than the taste of fumes. Better than the hate consumed. It's better than the one that I wake up to. Living in my own world. It's better than the faker you. Living in my own world. It's better my mistakes are few. Living in my own world. It's better than the taste of fumes. Better than the hate consumed. It's better than the one that I wake up to.
That was Daydream by Duke-Al. And I was just humming along in my own world. It's catchy, isn't it? It's catchy, that. You were just saying you were influenced mostly by, when you were younger, by American hip-hop artists, but also some UK artists.
Yeah, some UK artists. I mainly grew up on American hip-hop. Likes of, Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, 50 Cent, people like that. That's who I loved. I love storytelling, hip-hop. I love creative and clever lyricism. And then I think I discovered Loki, a UK rapper, awesome. I used to love Dizzy Rascal, people like that. But mainly American hip hop artists.
Yeah, I love it. That's just going to stick in my mind now.
Yeah, it's so catchy.
Yeah, I love the little groove of it as well. It's like really just like, it's one of those songs you hear it and you just imagine drive into it.
In the summer.
Yeah, in the summer. Yeah, just be like, living in your home. Yeah, like, oh yeah, I love this one. Yeah. Yeah. So, that was wicked. Yeah. I mean, I was busy chatting to you, so I didn't hear like all of the lyrics in that one.
It's all good. We're having a good conversation.
Yeah, we're having a good convo, behind the scenes as well, because, and it's nice to hear your take on things as well, Freyja, because you're coming in like with a kind of producer vibes.
Yeah, I guess it's I still feel like my experience is so limited, and I guess that's where the imposter syndrome
Stop it now.
But it's I was going to ask both of you actually about your experiences with producers and collaborations in the studios and how that's been, because all the music that I've released has all been literally me in my room doing it on my computer. I've never had that experience of going into I have, but it was a very long time ago, and it was sort of learning how to do it. It wasn't in a more professional sense, so it'd be so lush to hear your experiences on that, and whether it was more collaborative or you just come in with an idea and you just get it down. And
Do you want to go?
No, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, that's cool. First of all, I think it's amazing that you do it on your own. That's a beautiful thing.
Thanks.
And very impressive, extremely impressive.
Thank you.
For me, I only work with people that, number one, obviously you bond with. There has to be integrity there for me. That's big.
Yeah.
And you have to share similar morals and values. Otherwise, you're not going to make music that you really believe in.
Yeah.
So in terms of that means a lot to me, you know. So when I connect to people, I get to know the person, get to know who they are as a person, you know, what their aspirations are and stuff like that, and whether we share the same morals. And then, if it all works out, we'll make music.
Yeah, I guess they've really got to understand the ins and outs of what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
And if they believe it on a personal level themselves, if there's like the aligned morals and values and beliefs, then you're on the same path and you can create something that you both love. So I guess.
Yeah, they've got to be able to see your vision as well, to a point, you know, and also I think it's good to work with people that you can learn from.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure they can take things from you as well, but you always want to try and push yourself as an artist, or in anything you do in life. You want to try and learn from people. So
yeah, I guess you were saying that your producer was like a mentor to you earlier.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah,
he definitely is. He's a good guy.
Bro.
Jessie.
So I'm just having another coughing moment. I guess I'm just trying to think really, because when I first started, I had a 4-track. That's how old I am. I just have a little 4-track. Oh, they're really expensive now. But yeah, my brother was a producer and my dad produced a bit of music. So I was kind of like in and around people. Excuse me. But my first album, Asleep on the Good Foot, was just made with one other person. And it was great fun, you know, and it was a great experience. Before that, I'd done various bits and bobs, but never really as a solo artist. But then after that, what did I do? Yeah, I guess I've been in lots of studio situations with lots of different people. They might not necessarily be my kind of moral value kind of vibes, but good vibes, you know, like musically. But I've always wanted to record live, you know. I've always kind of had a lot of ambition on production side, and I feel like I've always chased something. And this year, I think my new songs, I finally got to this place where I feel like it's kind of all come together, really. But I think that I've done things in the past that have been overproduced slightly, and the song or the vibes got lost, because sometimes less is more, isn't it? And when you go into a studio where you've got everything, you can get carried away.
Yeah, layers.
You're like, all this, all this, all this, all this. And I definitely think less is more. Like, I've learned that some of the best songs, they have a simplicity to them, you know. So there is that to be careful of. I think that always, you know, sometimes you can throw lots of things, but you've always got to take away as well, and you've got to have space within a musical track. So I've had lots of different experiences, and this year, my new material, I've got producer credit on it for the first time, which is really good.
Excellent.
And I'm kind of a different producer, less hands-on, I guess, but more of a kind of directive producer, as in, let's take that out, let's put this in, and the kind of whole direction of where it's going, or my vision of that piece of music. But it definitely was, I'd kind of got to this place where this was some of the most enjoyable recordings, sessions that I've had in my life, because I felt like it was a really great team. There was no kind of power balance problems. I have had power balance problems, and I guess that's why I big up kind of like women in music and empowering women, because a lot of the time I think as a female is a very male dominated sphere, like production and engineering. And it's a different dynamic, I think, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing I've always been interested in, because we sort of met through
Girls
over.
Was it Girls Twiddling Knobs?
Yes,
is that what
that's
it's called?
the podcast. Yeah.
we're going to have to go to a break now. We're going to have to go to the news and the ads, but we'll be back and we'll talk about Girls Twiddling Knobs after the break because that is definitely how me and Freyja connected. And we'll talk about the whole production and more about music from both of these incredible artists and play some more original tunage. So that is going to be really, really good. If I can find the news, here we are. We'll be back after this, guys. You're listening to Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.